turn it up.
So we have the speaker.
Turn it up.
So you do a little rap too.
I do, yeah. Been have a whole rap 27 tracks, a whole album dropping end of September. I have a big release show. Yeah. September 25th. At a place called the Bird's Nest. It's a place I've been doing murals at actually. Music venue. It's like a
Where's Bird's Nest?
36 in Superior. You know, stone's throw away actually. It's like 15 blocks. Asia Town, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready to go.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it. Cool. So you can see my face. Well, it's the best day ever, and I'm like so excited. I'm in the studio on Superior Avenue with the Guice Mann, and you're going to know him a lot better after this conversation, but in 2011, I published a book called Today's Heroes Surviving with Style, and my sister Linda Jo is friends with Charlie's mom, Mary Beth, and he did a pair of shoes for me, and we'll talk about the shoes back in 11, and then he did another pair of shoes, which I'm wearing today, with Salvador Dali, and I'm just very excited about being here. Hello, Charlie Guice Mann.
Hey, John Voso Jr., what's up, my man? Good to see you, man.
It's good to see you again.
So grateful and happy to be here. You know?
Well,
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. I started doing a podcast in February, and I wrote down about 35 names, and you were one of the names on the list. Well, you get diverted because you meet other people and you throw them in there. And then I saw something you put on social media, Instagram, and I was like, I got to get to Charlie, and thank you for like 3-day notice. Boom, we're set and we're running.
No worries.
So,
happy to be here, man. Yeah.
Tell me how you got involved in drawing and painting.
Yeah, so basically, I've been drawing and painting, I'd say, since I was a kid. Me and my older brother John grew up together, kind of creating and drawing while my mom was reading to us at night, or I remember drawing all the time in middle school in class and at recess, you know, coloring with crayons and markers and stuff, and really always had that desire to express something on paper with colors. And that was where I began really getting into drawing. I loved the art classes that I got to take throughout middle school. And once I got into high school, I really fell in love with creating. And I took my first high school drawing class in 9th grade, and we had to do a self-portrait of ourselves. And really had fun with that project. And then from there, just took as many art classes as I could throughout high school. And drawing and painting just became a practice of mine. And like you mentioned, talking about shoes, even in 9th grade is 8th, 9th grade was when I started drawing on painting on shoes as well. Basically.
It was a little income. Probably pretty good income for you during high school.
Yeah, honestly, I was selling them for so cheap, dude. I was barely making any money. I was selling them for $25. Yeah. So, you know, buying a pair of shoes for $10 or whatever, 10, 15, 20 bucks. Initially I was barely making money, but then I started upping the price on them, and in high school being able to make a little bit of money, really cash on selling my art to friends and some of the teachers and some of the other classmates, and I got to connect to more people in my high school through my art that otherwise I wouldn't have connected with, like kids in other grades that seen somebody in my class wearing them and were like, oh, I want to hit this guy up. So initially I was posting on MySpace when MySpace was a thing before Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that.
Yeah. How many pairs of shoes do you think you sold? I know you probably have a
So number. I painted I started in 8th grade basically, and I stopped. That would have been 2006. I kind of stopped, pressed pause on it, / retired from it in 2017, 2018 maybe, and painted over 1,200 pairs of shoes, all over the place, United States, some other countries. People supported it first time. So I was obsessed with it for a very long time, and it just became something at a certain point that I got burned out on, and was wanting to just stop and move on to bigger, better things with painting and
Yeah.
moving on to canvases and bigger mural projects, basically. Yeah, like I painted a pair of shoes for some friend of mine, like within the last couple of years, but that was like one, special occasion. And so yeah, it's just that kind of not something I do as much anymore, which is funny because I'm super into screen printing now, fashion clothing, so now I'm more so moving on to t-shirts and hoodies and pants and kind of any kind of article of clothing. I'm doing these one-of-one pieces.
Yeah, and they're beautiful.
Thanks, thank you.
So, you painted a pair of shoes for me in 11, and I think you charged me $70.
Something like that, yeah.
And I told you you should be charging 100 or 125.
Yeah.
And you said, yeah, but most of the people buying my shoes are high school kids,
Right.
and they don't have the dough.
Right, high school kids,
To
college
do that.
kids, right?
Yeah. But,
That's always my mentality back then. It was like hard to sell them for more.
yeah, but you were building a brand.
I was trying to configure what the heck I was doing, right? Sure.
So tell everybody how they can get in touch with you, because I want to do a little advertisement for you.
Sure, yeah. Instagram is the main way that you can find me and all my work. That's Guice Mann. That's GuiceMann on Instagram. Lots of reels, lots of photos of all my work, and on my website as well, www.guicemann.com. I mean, I'm on TikTok too, but you'll likely get the same content on IG, Instagram than you will on TikTok.
Well, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, thank you.
Well, here, let's roll a little bit. Let's talk about your brother. Your brother John's an artist.
Yeah.
You just gave me an update on him, so throw a plug in for him.
Sure, yeah, John.
His friends could listen to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, John, my older brother John, we're about 4 years apart. And he just moved to Laguna Hills, Laguna Beach, California, with his wife Siobhan and his dog Porky. So they just relocated from Kansas City, Missouri to Laguna Beach, and he's teaching at the Laguna Beach College of Design now, at illustrated professor. I think he's like, yeah, at an illustration department or something. I don't know the exact title, but yeah, he was at University of Central Missouri for a good solid 10, 11 years or something. Yeah,
He was in New York before.
He was in New York City. He went to the Columbus College of Art and Design for 4 years, and he went to the School of Visual Arts for grad school.
Wow.
And then he became a professor. Yeah. So, yeah, he's been like, if you asked about like inspiration or like people that influenced you, like for sure is like one of the main people for me that has been there for me from the start of my career as an artist or just starting to draw on paintings and stuff. I seen him when he was in high school painting and making really awesome art, and I was just like, wow, I want to learn how to do that or do a similar thing, or just like he very much inspired me to become dedicated to the art life, basically. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well,
And we're super tight. Like we're always infinitely in contact. Have you ever used Marco Polo? It's a video sharing app where you can like do group video messages like with whoever. So it's like me, my brother John, and my cousin Nick, who lives in Los Angeles. He's also an artist, filmmaker. But we just started doing this video sharing app during COVID because just to stay in continuous contact during the hard times we went through. So we're very tight and infinitely connected, and I cannot wait to visit him and his wife and his dog Porky at their new place. Probably January or February.
Laguna Beach is.
I've never been.
It's a great place.
Really? Okay.
Beautiful. That's part of California. A lot of fun.
Heck yeah. I've been to LA many times, of course, and I've been to Santa Barbara, but haven't been to.
So let me ask you this: who's your inspiration other than your brother? Who's a well-known artist that grabbed a hold of you when you were a teenager? There's seeing pictures of them.
Yeah.
Anybody come to mind?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, there's a drawer and painter. There's this guy named Daniel Johnston that did a lot of just pen drawings on paper that were very crude and very like weird and zany, and there were monsters and aliens, and it was you could really see how really showcased him battling mentally. He struggled with mental illness and depression and stuff. And he was also a musician too, Daniel Johnson. And he wasn't really influenced on me. Like I watched his documentary in 9th or 10th grade and really became obsessed with his work. And he used a lot of eyes in his work as well. You'll notice a lot of eyes in my art. Definitely him. Keith Haring is one of my favorite artists ever, for sure. I got into him probably by the end of high school, I'd say. And have a few of his books, like read his journals quite a few times, and very much inspired by his path here on this planet and all the art he made.
So the first guy that you mentioned,
Daniel Johnson.
Yeah, what's the documentary?
Oh, it's called The Devil and Daniel Johnson, actually.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah, it's awesome. It really shows his struggles and shows his beginnings as an artist, basically. Beginnings all the way up to like the peak of his success. And
is he alive still?
He passed away within the last 8 years, I believe.
Older guy?
Yeah, he was about, I feel like he probably died around 70 something. He really isn't that old.
No.
Yeah.
No, considering I'm pretty close to that.
No, I know, you're not, yeah, like, no, it's not,
Yeah.
like, my parents are 70.
Yeah.
You know, they look
Yeah.
like they're 45.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
They're young looking at 70, it's wild, you know?
Yeah.
70s through 40, I guess.
Hey,
Yeah.
we'll take it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
We'll just keep going
Yeah,
one day at
sure.
a time. The best day ever.
Yeah, best day ever.
All right, I'm gonna make
Anyways,
I'm gonna make a curve. When you were at 78th Street, you had a piece of art. You had Wim Hof's name on it.
Oh,
For
yeah.
people that aren't listening, Wim Hof, Scandinavia or something? What country? You know?
Yeah.
Wim Hof is a cold plunge guy. He is a cold weather guy. He is a guy that will spend days in the ice without clothes on. And you painted about him. So tell us a little bit about your infatuation with him.
Sounds great. Wim Hof is Dutch, is what
Dutch.
Google just told me.
Alright.
Yeah, I got into Wim Hof. This will probably screw it up. Sorry. I just don't want it to distort the.
Yeah, it's down there.
Here. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's getting it. I can see
It's
the
good. Yeah, we're doing another recording of this just so we have it.
Wim Hof, yeah, probably got into him, honestly, during COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been into meditation for a long time, since about 2013, 2012, 2013 or something, got into meditation and kind of sitting with myself and breathing and diving within.
Yeah.
In silence, you know. Accepting silence, like being comfortable with silence. Wim Hof, but I got into cold therapy, taking cold showers.
So you do that.
Some of the
I was going to ask
ice
that.
baths and
Yeah.
whatnot. I do, yeah. Actually, I have been again recently because it's been very hot out here in
Yes.
Ohio, so
Yeah.
it feels really great now, of course. And it became part of my practice of just part of my self-care practice, basically. Yeah, I just kind of stumbled upon him randomly on the internet, I think, and I just through listening to other podcasters talking about him, and some other coworkers of mine that actively did cold showers every day, and just heard all the health benefits and thought it was something I should incorporate into my routine, because I'm very open to good, healthy stuff that I could incorporate into my routine that can help boost my vibes, help me with my energy levels, and just keep me healthy and on a good track and everything.
Well, John Tillage.
How about you?
Oh, yeah.
So you got into Wim Hof.
And I've done a couple of plunges.
Cool. Wow.
John Tillage, who got me involved in this, has a plunge in his backyard. And he does it all year long.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's out there. And I tell people when they're, my legs are sore, cold water is the best thing in the world for your joints. And even if you don't want to have a whole shower, put that nozzle down by your legs and just make your knees cold and your ankles cold. It's amazing how much better your body will feel. So
absolutely, you have your knee here.
That's just a little damage from running around Italy for 3 weeks.
Oh wow, okay.
It'll be fine.
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
right on. You have a cold plunge at home?
No, I don't. But
Me
it's,
neither.
yeah, but it's a consideration.
Yeah.
But I always cool the water off after the shower.
Yeah.
Some days it's for 2 minutes, some days it's
Yeah.
for 30 seconds. But
Yeah.
the knees always get a half minute each.
Yeah, I've legit been wanting to get deeper into it because, you know, I'll sometimes just do like a 5-minute cold shower.
Yeah.
Which is it's impactful in itself, you know.
Yes.
For sure. Just that little bit
Oh,
is like a central nervous system reset almost, you know, in a way. But like an ice bath and just like giving that to myself, like it's like positive stress basically.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get it. I get it. And there are people that didn't know we were going to be talking about health stuff.
Oh yeah.
But it is very healthy.
Sure.
So
Yeah, definitely.
when I saw it on your
Wellness,
painting,
yeah.
when I saw it on your painting, you were with people at 78th Street, but I stopped to say hi. And I said, I saw Wim Hof up on the one painting. So
He's
I
awesome
remember.
too. I just love his energy and his personality, and he's just really funny too.
So
you know?
can you share with us a price range of your work? Because you have a lot of clothing here.
Yeah.
And I gotta figure that that's very affordable.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, I appreciate you asking that. Yeah, I definitely I strive to make affordable, wearable art, basically. And like I have these crop tops here next to me I've been working on that these are $25. You know, you can buy this double-sided, double print, hand screen printed by me. Each of these are one of one. So this I'm selling at $25. And I print them right here in my studio downtown Cleveland. And so that's like on the low end, 25 for a crop top. T-shirts are like 25 or 30. Then it goes into hoodies. The hoodies are a little more pricey, from like 65
Sure.
to even in some of these.
Yeah.
These are like vintage. This is like a new
Yeah.
vintage line I'm kind of working on with some of these, like this Luxor piece here.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
I was
awesome.
gonna do like kind of like a vacation, like Vegas themed line with some one-of-one pieces. Some of these vintage pieces are from Island Throwbacks in Lakewood. I actually have clothing, clothes in their store actually.
Yeah.
You ever been there?
No.
Oh, really cool spot.
Where's that?
Lakewood, it's almost all the way to the Rocky River. I believe it's Detroit.
Okay.
Like almost to. Have you ever been to Cilantro, the taco spot?
Proper Pig? Close?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's almost the Rocky River, like Whole Foods.
Okay.
Been out there.
Other side of town.
Yeah. Wait, where are you at again?
Second one.
Okay. Right. Same
Right.
spot. That's in
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Right. Nice. Oh, anyways, so price ranging. Yeah, and then like.
And what
you know,
about
the
what
hoodies-
about the paintings and you know?
Yeah, sure. I have small paintings that are similarly priced, like 25, 30, you know. I like being able to have being at vending events, and like, you know, some high school kid could afford a painting for $20, you know. But then like, you know, getting into like bigger paintings and more detailed work. Some of my paintings are 500, 600.
Yeah.
You know, some of them going even up to like $1,200, $1,300. You know, that it's a whole range of.
Well, good. The thing I want my audience
like
to
this
know.
this painting over here is
Yeah.
$3,000 because it's insane. And it took me forever to work on.
Yeah.
I'll bring it over
Well,
here.
that's got to be 4 foot by 3 foot almost, right?
Yeah. 36 by 48.
Yeah.
So painting like that, I slowly worked on this for probably a year, you know, and I have two like this. They're totally different from each other, but something so detailed and so intricate, and that I currently feel very attached to, and I don't want to let go of. So I'll price something like that crazy high, which honestly $3,000 for this maybe
No.
even isn't. I could probably price it even more than that.
I
You know?
think so.
So
You haven't signed it yet.
you know, it's funny. You asked
Oh,
a lot of
you do
times
the
I sign it back.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
And I didn't sign it actually yet.
No.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to double check that. So it'll be on display though in October at 78th Street Studios. I have a solo show coming out
Okay.
there, October through December.
All right.
I'm just gonna set this aside for now.
Well, so
So
let's
that's a little
talk
bit on
about.
pricing and
Yeah.
you know, on paintings
Well,
and,
that gives
and
people an
clothing.
idea.
Yeah.
So tell me about the murals. You've done some murals around town
Yeah.
and for personal or businesses. Tell us a little bit about it, and if there are any murals people could get in their car and go see.
Absolutely.
Tell us where.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
I kind of got into the muraling, I don't know, within the last 6 years or so. It really popped off for me post COVID. Like, once COVID lifted and like art shows were a thing again, and you can hang out and like go to stuff and like be connected to the community again. I just wanted to get involved and, you know, see what walls I can paint, see where I can help with my art through muraling. And I got involved with Slavic Village and this festival called Rooms to Let Festival. And I've been working with them for 3 years. And they do a temporary art festival every summer. This year it's September, the 14th and 15th. And it's a they have these spaces that they give artists grant money to paint, mural. You get a space, this is your space to paint, here's, some money to play with. That's the 14th and 15th of September. So, started getting involved there.
Did you paint
3 years ago?
Side of buildings there?
Yeah, I did. There's actually currently 2 sides of a wall, two walls on a building that's still up since that was painted in 2022. That's still looking fresh and good.
Yeah. And what kind of paint? Using oil paint?
Latex, latex house paint, yeah.
Do you cover it? Do you protect it when you're done?
Yeah, most of my murals I have done, I put polyurethane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a nice crystal clear coat.
So you should have some years.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know how many years it's been. I mean, at least it's been up for 3 years. It looks good,
And where is it? What?
That's about 55th and Broadway.
Huh?
Yeah. So that you can see. I mean, the biggest mural project I did yet is this big train car mural I did in last year. I finished it in May. So it was from November to November 2022 to May 2023. I painted an entire locomotive train car in the Steelyard area.
Inside?
Outside.
Outside.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So right where Steelyard Commons is,
Yeah.
there is a street called Quigley Road,
Yes.
and that's where all these train cars used to sit. That this company, Midwest Railway Preservation Society, was kind of offering these trains to local muralists to paint and play and have fun. And it's so that was the thing about what they weren't able to offer any funding.
Okay.
So I did a full 6 month project on my own dime.
Yeah.
Just because I was like desiring a big project.
Yeah.
And like, wow, permission to paint a train and I'm not gonna get arrested.
Yeah.
And, some cops came by a couple times, but
Did they ever come by and say, hey, you're doing a good job?
Well, after I talked to the one cop, he then understood what was going on and was like, "Oh, I'll come back and check in on you now that I know what the story is here."
Yeah.
I just gave him the guy's business card that I was working with, and he's around the corner if you want to go talk to the guy. I mean, this is not illegal. I got permission here. So, and for me, that was just I was looking at it as a way of exposure and as a way of a big advertisement of what I can do with muraling. This is a big portfolio piece for me. So what I ended up having with that is like this video of me ended up blasting off on Instagram and TikTok. I went viral with this.
Wow.
It's just one 30-second video of me.
Yeah.
And a guy who I've since become friends with was filming me from the Towpath Trail in Tremont. You can see this whole Steelyard area there's a lookout point on the Towpath Trail. And this guy, Cal, was filming me, and he just was filming me while I was painting, and I noticed he was filming, and I started waving at him, and then I just started dancing for him. I started dancing on top of the train car, and he ends up posting this video to TikTok and Instagram. And the Instagram video has over 1 million views and over 12,000 shares. And it got reposted by a bunch of pages, and the TikTok video blasted off too, and I believe they're both still getting people commenting on that, which is crazy. To look back and catch up on the comments still. And so though I didn't get paid for this project, this crazy viral video of me popped off, and it was I never would have expected that to happen.
Yeah.
And that blew my Instagram following up, and my TikTok following as well.
How many followers? Yeah.
Currently, 12,700 something. Yeah. So, and people started recognizing me at work and around town, and still do. So I'm this Guice Mann guy that was dancing on this train car.
Yeah.
And it was just such a crazy thing. Never imagined that that was gonna happen. I just wanted to paint this train and thought it was a fun project to get involved in,
And you did it on your own dime.
Yeah.
How many gallons of paint?
I don't know. I mean, because I coated it in white first on both sides. Yeah, so I have no idea. I spent like about $500-600 in paint.
Oh, good. Well,
So-
you deserve the press then.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. And
How
yeah,
much time
Cleveland,
took you? 6 months?
Cleveland Magazine ended up doing a story on me last
Yeah.
year about it. That was huge for me too. I never did in Cleveland Magazine. How much time? It was, yeah, slowly for 6 months. I mean, some of the time it was snowing out and raining,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was like, okay, I showed up and I can't paint, so I gotta go
Yeah.
home. And I don't live far from there, so
Right.
you know. Yeah, so that's my biggest piece, and you can go see it at the Midwest Railway Preservation Society.
Oh, it's not down there anymore?
So it's not on Quigley anymore. They kind of moved all the trains because there's about 5 of them painted now by other local muralists as
Yeah.
well. Another guy named Bob Peck, another one of my friends, Tessa. All also had red hair. We looked like brother and sister. She painted one with Bob.
I didn't know you had red hair.
Yeah, I guess the listeners don't know this yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey everybody out there, I have red hair. I
And
have
a lot of it.
a top blonde right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do the top blonde, and sometimes I have some friends of mine braid my hair as well. So
Well, if I had hair, I'd wear it like that.
you would look good too, man. Definitely. I mean, I don't know. I can wrap up on murals. I mean, I could keep talking on murals, but like another project I'm currently working on is at this dance club rave spot venue called the Bird's Nest, and it's right over here off 36 in Superior. And got to get to know the owner of the place well. Basically, just kind of reached out and was like, I had been to a couple of parties, dance parties there, some of the raves, and I was just like, yo, you guys always white walls, so you're gonna have anybody do art here or mural? Like, I'd be open to it. Here's my work. You know, we had like one meeting, and then like I started. You know, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm currently working on right now. I have collaborated with Booms Pizza. Have you heard of Booms?
Not?
So Booms has a location in Lakewood, and they have their newest location in Van Aken. You've probably been to Van Aken.
Yes.
So they're over there in Van Aken. They offer vegan, plant-based options as well. I'm plant-based vegan. And I did some of the main artwork for their pizza place. So right when you walk in this place, you see a huge painting of mine. And then also down the hallway, I painted a selfie station as well by the bathroom area. So got connected to Booms. Just for Instagram too. The owner was following me, his name's Ben, and he just reached out and was like, hey, dude, I'd love to hire you to do our art at our new location. Like, crazy.
That's the way it works.
So that's been a huge gig for me too, as well this year. And I've been so stoked to collaborate with them. We've been talking about doing some fashion stuff together, printing on some of their clothing and selling those in store there as well.
Well, I'm sure everybody now knows that you're a painter and a drawer and all that. But let's talk a little bit about music.
Sure.
Because I watched one of your YouTubes. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, so that's something to plug, I guess, too, my YouTube page. It's just Guice Mann as well.
Yeah.
That's GuiceMann. And there's actually probably an old video of me and you doing an interview.
We did that upstairs
in like 2012.
in Wycliffe. Wycliffe or Willowwood?
In Willowwood, at my parents' house.
Yeah. I know I've got it
I'll have to
on
pull
a memory, on an
Send it to
external
you.
hard drive. But yeah, that's pretty
It's
fun.
probably funny seeing us back then.
Yeah, I was a business guy. Remember, I took my tie off and I sat there.
Yeah.
Dress pants and a
Right.
dress.
I don't even know how good of an interview it was, but I remember that time I was like wanting to interview friends and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
So it's
But tell us
probably
about
funny
the
to look
music.
back.
You got an album that you're putting together?
Yeah, so I have this album I'm working on, and the album title is Fries and a Salad. And the title comes from being plant-based vegan and going out to eat with my parents. And sometimes being plant-based vegan, you might not be able to eat anything on the menu, and your main options are French fries and a salad. You're ordering off the side, basically.
Yeah.
So that's where the title comes from. And I've been sitting on this title for a while, being like, what is this going to be? Is this going to be an art show? Is this going to be an album? Is